All right, it's funny to say, but I will be starting this off. I will wait. So right now you see everybody's not in camera, right? Yes, because everybody needs a break after yapping so much about game releases. Then this week is crazy.
Yeah,
right?
everyone give it up for water, man. Water is so good.
Yeah, you guys better drink some water.
Hydration nation, guys.
Let me just set things into the topic, right? So this week had a lot of news. Just this week alone, not even counting the 2 weeks that we didn't have options select, right?
Yeah,
so
we definitely skipped up, across quite a few, but it's all right.
yes, but no worries. This is actually just part one of this month's amount of news because option select has to have another episode because of the amount of stuff happening this
Dude,
month.
there's gonna be so much later. Oh no!
But if you guys didn't know when it will happen, option select the part 2 for this whole damn month will happen after Tropical Throwdown 2025, our next major, which is happening on the June 21st. So make sure to join that if you haven't joined it.
Yeah.
Either way, we're gonna go live after dinner during the day, and we'll go live with option select part 2 on the Switch 2 and everything else.
It's gonna be a bit of an after-hours style podcast, so we can't really guarantee what time we're gonna start.
Yeah, it's
it's
probably
more
like
of
I think I'll set it to like
10
Yeah,
something.
9:30, 10. I don't think
yeah.
it'll make that much of a difference. You know,
Yeah,
it's a
yeah,
late
yeah.
night. It's a late night podcast, right?
Yeah,
It's meant to, like, wind
you
down.
might see some more unhinged yaps.
I mean, it's meant to like wind down, chill,
Yeah.
you know, between friends. That's the point of it, you know.
All right,
Yeah.
so before we start the topic, all right, who the hell are these guys, right? We're Offstage Malaysia, the local Nintendo-centric community here in, Klang Valley. And my name is Solo Snivy, or you can call me Oscar. This is
Camping.
Habo. Which,
Potato or potato, up to you.
wow.
Or you can call me Kenneth.
Potato.
Potato, potato.
So yeah, so these are the members that are generally almost there almost every time. You'll see us. We'll be organizing events, gatherings every time. Again, gatherings happen 2 p.m. every Saturday in case you didn't notice. So I said today we didn't have a gathering because oops, public holiday, we didn't remember.
Sorry,
Yeah.
guys. We might be a little forgetful as full-time workers here.
Yes, but next week will be our bi-weeklies as per usual. So if you guys are preparing for the Tropical Throwdown, make sure to come and practice some games before you want to earn that bag, you know?
Yeah.
I just pulled up the stream and I just wanted to say what's up, chat.
What's up, chat?
You
We
just
got a
say
few
what's
people.
up, chat.
I really wanted to say it.
Okay, that's fair. We do not get a lot of opportunities to do that, right?
Exactly. Dude, how often do I get to say chat unironically?
Well, unless you know you're 16 and like chronically online, maybe. But we're not.
We're not calling anyone out, guys.
Or are we?
See, I didn't say that.
Insert Vine Boom here. Okay, I'll do it in the edit. Okay, never mind. All right. So let's close the podcast with Switch 2. We got a lot of state of play, got a lot of Summer Game Fest. Sadly, we cannot talk about Xbox Showcase.
Yeah,
it
not
doesn't
yet.
happen yet at this current point in time.
After hours.
Screw that.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, but we'll be able to do that on the second round of options like this month.
Exactly.
Yep. But yeah, let's go through some of the topic discussions. Let me just start it off. Now, obviously, the game announcements, there's tons. It's practically E3 this week, right?
Sorry.
So E3? It's summer game fest.
E3 without the E3.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, it's SGF, bro. SGF.
Yeah,
Right?
yes.
Mr. Jeff Keighley's Wild Ride.
Yeah, so
Smile and wave, penguin.
Smaller wave.
That's right.
The silence is deafening.
Hey, you got some games you like too.
Of course I do.
Yeah.
It's Stranger Than Heaven.
What's it doing? Yeah, surprisingly, yeah.
Tokon?
all right,
Tokon?
so we're starting on state of play. Obviously, Tokon, we can start with
Yeah.
Tokon, or you want to
No,
close
no,
the
no.
segment with
I
Tokon?
think we
We gotta
close
build
State of
up.
Play with
Yeah, we
Tokon.
gotta build up to
Okay,
Tokon, man.
So
Yes, yes.
I'll let you guys bring up whatever's fun to discuss about.
Alright. So I think the first thing, we're starting lower, right?
Okay.
But this is definitely one of the more interesting concepts. I'm not sure if anyone remembers if I've definitely played this game before, but I'm not sure if I streamed it to any of my friends here. Road 96. Do you
Yeah,
know?
yeah. I was there
Yeah.
for a little bit.
Yeah, so there's a game that's made by the same developers called Tides of Tomorrow, which is basically like a new take on the formula because it's not just a single player roguelike anymore.
Oh.
Yeah, you actually get to see like what other people have done, and those other people's actions actually influence your playthrough.
Oh, okay, that's interesting.
Yeah, so I'm actually very interested in how they even managed to pull that off mechanically. Maybe
So-
they just
so
have like multiple situations.
Imagine
going crazy.
this is like Dark Souls where you go around, or like Elden Ring where you
Okay,
go
you're not
around
killing
walk-
things.
Yeah, no, we're not killing things, right?
Maybe.
But it's like the messages you see along the way. You just see like, oh, what's this? You read the message and boom, a ghost comes out and like it's what other players have been doing, right?
Yeah, so you can actually see other players' ghosts as you can also see their gamer tag on
Okay.
the thing. So you're not entirely wrong.
Yeah.
Also, the game has a very environmentalist messaging because the whole world is dying because of excess plastic.
Welcome to the days of welcome to the world that we live in, I guess.
Welcome to the world that we live in.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm quite interested in that one. How about you, Hubble? Maybe you pull out another one, and then we'll just keep.
Let's not forget that Habbo's very much a Sonic fan here. So like, my man's looking out.
Yeah. But for the time being, State of Play doesn't have anything Sonic related, if I'm not
Not
mistaken.
no.
Yeah.
But in terms of what the things I'm interested in State of Play, it's actually 007.
Oh, Hitman.
007, Hitman. Because it was made by Hitman. The
Same devs.
Yeah, same devs.
Totally made by Hitman.
Yeah.
Actually very clear when you watch the gameplay.
I don't know what company owns the 007. They actually approached the IR Interactive and tell them to say, hey, can you guys make Hitman game? Sorry. James Bond.
Can you guys make a hit?
Yeah. Can you guys make a James
Can you
Bond
guys
game?
keep doing what you're already
Yeah,
doing?
because that's the thing. That's what I'm saying. Because of all the companies that is doing like this agent kind of like game, right? The most notable one is actually for me is actually Hitman right now. So that's why
I can see it.
yeah.
It's
Same might goes to like same situation might have is happening to the Marvel as well, which you guys gonna talk about it later.
We will talk about it.
we will
Yeah.
talk about it.
We
Yeah.
will, right?
And seeing 007 trailer is more action than Hitman, so I'm interested how they handle the action elements of the James Bond.
it's not
Yeah,
even
so the
going to be
game.
the same format, right? It's probably more of a linear single player story driven
Yeah,
kind of
but
game, I assume.
we
I guess we don't know.
we don't know until we
Yeah.
have the
We
trailer
would know,
or gameplay.
but like knowing Hitman, they probably will put in some weird, funny ways of you interacting with like
Yeah.
people around and how
I
you can,
can-
like,
I can see that at
exploit
least,
the
right?
map and what you're doing, right? Like, never forget that you could like in the other Hitman games, you could kill someone with a fish.
oh yeah.
So all these types of funny things merged with.
Can you
the
explain
action.
that one just a bit?
So okay. So it's like this. So to those who do not know about Hitman and its gag ways of intending for players to complete their assassination, you can do it multiple ways. There's no like set concrete way of like ending the mission. There's no way of that, right? It's up to you, up to the players, whatever your creativity is, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what if they gave you a fish, a raw like piece of salmon that you could slap somebody with and knock them out? That's a gag, by the way. Like by any chance, I'm not sure if you guys watched like older shows, like maybe like in like the black and white era where things like
Slapstick
that.
style,
Yeah,
right?
it's a slapstick style, right? I take like a fish, like say Popeyes, or like maybe like Mickey Mouse or something like that. They will do some gags where they take like a big fish, a marlin, for example, and just slap it across your face and you're out. Stars above your head. Same thing with Hitman. They will throw tropes like this to make the game interesting for players to try. And it's not just the only thing. You could do like Keanu Reeves style and basically grab a pencil and basically go stabby on everybody else, right? It works. And it's funny. And that's why like Hitman games are so popular, right? Because of the ways, the numerous and almost, I would say, infinite ways that you can interact with the map, with the items in the map to complete your mission. And for me, seeing that in a 007 kind of like game would be interesting because 007 is meant to be action-packed, very like fast-paced, very spy-esque kind of feel, right? and very like incognito. But now, what if you include that with the hitman aspects of things, where you can do stupid shit, right? You can go crazy.
Dude, I'm just listening to you explain the whole thing, right? You know what's going on in my head?
What's up?
Fish.
Oh, come on, fish. Oh, come on, man.
Okay. There's one thing I want to add to this is like 007 movies haven't been that good for a while.
Oh, it has not been good for a
right?
while.
So I also think like being able to use the secret agent aspect of 007 and putting it to a game context might be really good for the franchise as a whole. Right?
Definitely.
For sure.
Yeah, because we will see how they like innovate the experience of being a 007 into the game. Because the last time we have is Casino Royale, the one that acted by Daniel Craig.
Oh,
Yes. Yeah, that's the last time we got in terms of 007 game. Now we have a new one. It's not even acted by any actors at all. It's a totally new character, like totally new 007.
It wasn't like the movie itself, like, weren't they looking for another cast of 007, if I'm not mistaken? Like, I'm not sure. Like, I'm not really a fan of the movies, but they probably are looking for
Shai could
new
not
actors.
stand.
So maybe, just maybe, it's a sign
It's out of your league,
of the
bro.
game itself, like changing,
I'm a
including the
fish
movies,
out
right?
of water.
Who knows? Yeah.
And for some reason, these two over here are just laughing their butts off.
I'm just a fish out of water, alright.
Oh, come, dude, you're so obsessed. You're so obsessed with the fish.
Fish.
Oh,
All right. What's next in
Okay.
the
What's next in the list? Alright, yeah,
Okay,
cool.
okay.
I have a few other games I'm definitely interested in, right? Sword of the Sea is definitely one of them. I've played through Journey, I've played
Another
through
fish?
Abzu. No. You're
So the
you're surfing on a sword, not a fish. It's fine this time. You get to do sick tricks.
You know, ironically, like another game that could let you ride on the sword is Metaphor Refantasio, which, by the way,
Damn.
out on
Came
Xbox
on
Game
nowhere.
Pass.
Did not expect the plug.
Plug. I gotta plug in all the good games, bro.
Oh, this is the one that looks like Journey, right?
Yes,
Yes,
correct.
yes.
It's from the
Yeah.
same developers
Yeah.
also.
Oh, it
Giant Squid.
is.
Yeah, just that you ride on the sword.
Yeah.
It's like a zen feeling, just surf
yeah.
across
Although from
the
what I see,
environment.
there is a fair amount that you can do, except actually swinging the sword.
Oh,
You swing the sword in different kind of ways with your legs.
Yeah, we trick it.
You
You
get
do
to trick
you
or
do
you can
ollies, you do all the stuff
You
like
can
that.
trick with
Yeah,
the
you trick.
sword?
It looks like you
Yeah.
can.
looks
You
like
could do
you can,
720s, you could do like all this stuff.
Looks pretty sick.
Don't you feel like recently there's quite a few games that have this like trick system like implemented just recently?
I think everybody.
I love it. I love
Yeah,
it.
I think
more things
people-
to do than just hold A
Yeah.
to accelerate.
People
And-
these
and
days,
one of the
they want
games
to
is-
search for dopamine, right? And dopamine comes from cool things that you see like instantaneously that happens
We're
right,
all
on
just
right in front of your
crackheads looking
screen.
for our next shot of
Right.
ADHD.
Yeah, exactly. Right. So like, this is definitely like a shout out to like all those people because like, hey, it's a short game, and it gives you that dopamine kick that you probably are looking for.
I don't know if that's what Sword of the Sea is going to be though.
No,
because-
of course we
yeah,
do
yeah.
not know that, but you know
Yeah.
what? Like just the bare fundamentals of what we see so far, right?
Yeah,
That's what I feel right now.
I do definitely want to learn more and just like I don't know, just play the game and just chill.
I did like
Mm-hmm.
watching Journey, by the way. Like it, as they say, it's Journey, right? That's the whole story is literally about you going on the journey itself.
Yeah.
And there's no
I-
really much words spoken, but it's shown through the way that the game, how to say, displays it to you.
I just think that game is beautiful, man.
Yeah, of
Just
course
like
it is.
looking at the sand surfing and then you're just like surfing together with a buddy that you've never known, but you're working together to solve things, and you're like, all right, I've never known this guy, but if anything happens to him, I will. Well, you know how the rest of the, you know how the rest of the meme goes. You know how the rest of the meme goes.
Yeah, this is fine, right?
This is fine.
people is actually still playing that game now. I tried to play the game like within this year. Oh, people are still playing this game. So
Yeah.
I wonder if that's like a community thing where they do it for anyone that's like they want to make sure someone's in the game at least, so that like whenever someone new picks up the game, right, they're never alone. That's a nice thing to think about.
okay.
Yeah. All right, you guys got anything? I
Even
can
just
yap
talking about
forever.
these few games, looking at the list right now, there's a slight trend that I also saw the internet saying. This state of play was quite Japanese developer centric.
I think you can definitely say that, right? Very contrasting to what the Summer Games Fest itself was, in my opinion.
And the joke is, it's been so long, bro. All the PlayStation Japan's dev studios don't even know where they went from.
They're finishing their games.
Finally, and one of them is Pragmata. Maybe someday.
Hey, we actually see
girl.
gameplay.
Yeah.
Someday.
Someday.
Yeah, you haven't seen
Is
the
it
trailer,
Capcom?
right?
I have
Next
not,
one?
unfortunately.
It actually has the same perspective as like the Resident Evil games.
Oh, very
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah,
Third person, like
And they
over
also making
shoulder.
a new Resident Evil, but we're talking about that later.
later. Yeah.
More to come.
More to come. All right, are we done talking about everything in here yet? Oh wait,
Oh,
no, we
no,
forgot.
we
We forgot. No,
There ain't
not
such
good.
a thing.
We're not going to the big one yet. We probably gotta talk about Suda 51 for a little bit. Seems
Yeah,
like everyone
sure.
here just like knows this guy is a household name. Makes the weirdest ass games imaginable. Normal Heroes. Killer 7.
The
What
guy
was that?
behind Travis Touchdown.
Travis
Touchdown.
Touchdown. Oh man, sick looking games, man. And his latest game, Romeo is a Dead Man, seems to continue that trend.
Who's
I don't-
Romeo. and why
weird.
is he a dead
Man, why is he dead?
Because aliens invaded the house where he was eating at, and then he died. And
Of
then his
course, of
his
course.
uncle had to inject something into him and was like, "All right, now you're a half dead man." That's in the trailer.
So,
So
to
he's
those who
dead.
do not understand,
He's half dead.
it's okay. Like, to those who do
It's
not
okay, none
understand
of
what
us
we're
do.
saying, that's more than fine because we don't understand what we are saying about this particular game at all.
I will say the beginning of the trailer looks insane. It almost looks like a Rick and Morty episode.
No, that's the whole point because everything's meant to look like a acid trip, right? It's meant to look like, what am I looking at? Why does it look cool? Why do I want to know more? You know, that's the key selling point of that game.
What a visionary, bro. No one can do
I
what
mean,
he
in
does.
layman terms, that's how I would put it. But to many others, I'll be like, yo, this is crack.
It's definitely a weirdo game, but you know, weirdos are everywhere, and I may not exactly be one of them, but you know, enough for me to recognize real.
Yeah. I see it.
Yeah. What else is
Well,
interesting?
I mean, like, looking at the list, I kind of do see a few things coming up, which I think Harbo here will be very glad to explain soon.
Which one? You mean Sonic? That one later.
yeah. But I
Yeah.
think we can finally wrap up our state of play opinions with
Marvel's
Marvels versus Marvel.
Oh my
I thought Marvel versus
goodness.
Capcom.
What
Oh,
is
no.
going on? Why is Marvel collaborating with ArcSys? It
Is
sounds
this
like a pretty good idea, I suppose, huh?
So, okay, so to like maybe like first time watchers or like casual watchers who might not know who ArcSys is, basically, think of fighting games like Guilty Gear, right?
Dragon Ball Fighters.
Dragon Ball Fighters, right? So these type of games made by ArcSys, and they continuing this trend, and they're bringing along a very, very good trend, I would say right now, coming along with like the trend of Marvel Rivals and all the stuff, and from
And-
previous games like
and then they
Ultimate
just decide to
Marvel
make a
versus
Marvel
Capcom.
fighting game.
Yeah, why not make a Marvel fighting game, right? But let's do it our way. Let's do it the ArcSys way.
They be cooking, bro.
And
They be
now-
cooking.
Iron Man
For-
now Iron Man's back.
Yeah, and so for the first time ever, we have a cool looking Marvel fighting game.
You know,
Which
long, in a
is-
long ass
And bro,
time.
just threw every Marvel game on the bus, bro.
Okay, we can throw Infinite under the bus.
I'm throwing Infinite under the bus, by the way. Like, okay, think about it.
That one can go under the bus. The gameplay is good, but like,
See, I'm not throwing like Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom like 3
Yeah, well,
under
well,
the bus because
yeah.
that game has been out for a long, long time.
and some of us are actually still actively playing it.
Yeah,
Marvel Rivals.
and Rivals.
I see you, Zebra Boy, in the chat. I see
Yeah,
you.
and Rivals, right? Marvel
Wait,
Rivals
I gotta
itself
check-
is
I gotta check
basically a game where you play along with your friends, and it's more like a shooter style game, right? It's like Overwatch, more like the games like Finals and all the stuff, right?
Capcom.
Yeah, exactly. Marvel versus Capcom without the
Without
Capcom. It's Marvel versus Marvel. Very much so.
I just
But
want-
here's the twist:
Infinite.
4v4.
No, wait. Okay, here's the mindset of watching the trailer. Ooh, there's a tag game. Wait, there's more than... That's quite messy. Ooh, there's 2 characters. Wait, there's 3. Wait, there's 4 characters.
The title drop comes out and it just says
And then you're
4v4 team
no,
battles.
The cut before the 4v4 title was like, wait, what? There is just so many characters on screen. What the shit? And then 4v4 shows up.
Instead of going
4v4, it's
3v3,
like-
they go 4v4.
Shout out to Maximilian dude going nuts, bro. I'm telling you.
Dude, yeah.
Shout out to the entire FGC going insane because they don't know what to think about this.
I-
What happens to Marvel vs. Capcom now?
That's the thing. We don't know until we actually like try the game out, right? Because like knowing ArcSys, right? You would think that okay, compared to UMVC 3, would it be so different? Would it?
Very different.
It's gonna be very different, right?
It's gonna be very different.
But would they honor that UMVC 3 style of play?
Hard to say,
Hard to
since
say.
it is their own thing.
It is.
Yeah.
And here's the scary part. Wall breaks.
I just don't know if they have wall splats.
They do.
'cause
They do.
They did
So
show
now-
it's in the
wall
it's in the
splats.
trailer.
I only saw wall break part.
Now looking back at all Marvel games and all, a lot of characters in the game itself have ways to corner carry you all the way from the start to the end.
It's
Now
probably not gonna change here.
nothing's gonna change here, right? Except for the
Probably.
fact that you can continuously burst your opponent down even after like wall splatting.
And you're just like, well, at least they don't stay in the corner forever. It just wall break and then it resets to neutral. I suppose
Yeah.
there is that, right?
Yep.
I will say, what was I gonna say? I don't know. I just
Basically, holy shit, Marvel Tokon.
holy shit. Okay, no. Can we talk about the characters?
Oh please.
Can we
please,
talk
please.
about
Anime-fied.
Doom looking drippy as hell, dude? Oh my god, nothing personal, kid.
Nothing personal. But when I saw Doom,
Lock the hell in, bro.
when I saw Doom on the trailer, I'm like, oh, I know both me and Cam will be like, oh, well, we are maining Doom.
We didn't see Doom. We didn't see any foot dive, but that's okay, dude. Like, oh my god, he looks so good. He looks
Exactly.
so good.
He looks really, really good. And not to mention, like, every character in the game looks really, really well designed.
Star-Lord looks fun.
Star-Lord looks
Star-Lord's
cool.
Storm's got the
his
All-Star
boots are
VA.
massive.
That's true.
Yo, Kingdom Hearts boots.
Oh my god. Alright, we don't talk about Kingdom Hearts here, man. We didn't receive anything about Kingdom Hearts this time
Sure
around.
doesn't have
Copium,
foot
copium.
dive combo.
Copium.
With his Glock, I ain't buying. Look, we didn't see anything like that, but he still has his Glock. I think we'll be okay.
Yeah, you don't get the Doom dive, but you can confirm with the 3 assists, bitch.
Yes, sir. When I heard the Storm VA, I was like, huh? Why does this sound so familiar? And then it clicked for me. The first thing I thought of was Cammy. She actually is the same VA as Cammy. And then I looked into it more and she is the same VA as Raiden Mei from the Honkai Impact series.
Oh my god. This
Yeah,
guy
we've
is
got
a
we've
kicker
got
now.
gacha overlap here.
That's true. That's
Yeah,
actually
but-
really true.
Like I just have to say it sounds really good. So no. Hell yeah.
Yeah, that's Marvel's Tokon Fighting Souls.
Yeah, dude, I want
Their name is definitely
Any
a
day
mouthful.
ones, any day oneers out
Day
there.
Oneers?
I kind of
Day
feel like
Oneers?
being day
Well,
one.
let me find my money. Never mind. I got my Switch 2, I guess.
All right. With
least you
everything
got a
that's
Switch
with every,
Not yet, not
with
yet.
everything that's coming out, having Switch 2 being so close, and also the fact that like okay, I get Marvel Tokon is next, yeah, so close here, right?
Because it's not out in Malaysia yet.
Yeah.
We'll
But
get to that. We'll get
to
to
that.
it.
But
Yes.
like thinking about all the releases that's coming and seeing how Marvel Tokon is like next year and all, right? Our wallets are not gonna be filled.
When are they ever happy? When are the wallets ever happy?
See, there was a drought. Remember, I forgot which year it was, but there was a drought in a year where nothing actually good came out. I can't remember what year was that.
Yeah,
Do
because
you
there's
know
so many
what
good games
game
coming out now.
Release like
Yeah, all
at
the
least
games
one
finally
or two
got done.
games.
Around that era, honestly, not at all. Like
Not at
nothing,
all.
nothing memorable, like at all.
To be fair, I can't really remember it, so that's probably like.
Is
Yeah,
this
it's probably
finally-
just it proves my point because it was an like uneventful year. That's why no one remembers
Is
it.
this finally the time when PlayStation players are gonna be like, we have games?
Oh, not to
I don't
mention,
know, bro.
right? Just
There's-
besides Marvel Tokon that's coming out, PlayStation also has their own fight stick coming out
Yeah.
just for Marvel.
It's very
Tokon,
But it may as well be.
It's very
may as
sick.
well be.
be.
right?
Yeah, it
Looks
does look
damn
very
good.
nice. Yeah, it's not a levelers, it's an actual stick.
Yes,
So-
exactly. Where people like me who plays with the stick are just gonna be like, well, I'm gonna be broke now, aren't I?
I mean, if you want to buy the stick, you know.
If I want to, but I don't
You
think
don't-
I
you
will.
don't- you don't
I already
have
have two.
Stick it to him.
Wow, their body flexing his sticks.
Alright,
that came out wrong.
What's
That
next?
came out so wrong.
What's next?
Oh my
Today-
God.
Today. So Mr. Harbour Roars over here woke up all the way at 4 a.m. Malaysia time just to watch.
450, yeah.
What do you
Okay.
watch, bro?
Summer Game Fest opening.
Now, okay. Now tell me, 4:50 in the morning. What's your thoughts about like in general before we go in depth?
Was,
into, like, the
was
summer
it
game?
was it worth stay?
Was
Was
it
it worth
worth-
waking up for this?
Bro
Okay.
woke up earlier than
Okay.
his day job.
Actually, it was it's not a day job. It was happened like today, Summer Game Fest. But okay, this is just my personal opinion. There wasn't much AAA game during for all the things that is announced here. In fact, most of them, maybe like around 70% of them, or maybe 60% of them, is a new one. Maybe 20% is already announced. Yeah, and it's just announced the release date. The newer one might be maybe just like maybe the old one, the old IP most probably is just 10% of it. Maybe Resident Evil 9. Yeah, that's one of the older IP.
The future
Yeah.
is now.
But also, yeah. So most of them are double A quality games or triple I. Yeah, that's what I
triple
heard.
I.
Until they make you pay $70.
Well, they probably aren't doing that for indie anytime soon.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
So I understand if some people are
Probably not.
angry with like what Geoff Keighley just showed just now. But again, it depends. If you are coming there expecting a lot of AAA games showing, maybe
Maybe
it
a
might
little
be
disappointing.
it might be disappointing. But for those who are looking forward into new fresh of game feeling and all those which just happened,
yeah, playing Miku in a racing game is definitely fresh, right?
Dude, actually,
Yeah.
right? What is the relevant AAA franchises that are like available right now?
Relevant
Or is it
right now?
Like, how do I put it? Like, are they
Last of
expecting
Us.
new AAA releases or like new extensions to existing franchises?
most probably extension to existing.
yeah, because I can't
franchises.
think of anything in the AAA space that is like, that fits that category for this year. Actually, I can't think of anything. Right? Like I guess maybe except Call of Duty, there's always one every year, right?
Yeah, once every year.
Yeah. So I guess
Because
they could have
it's the
shown
same-
that. But I guess that. Oh wait, that probably goes in the Xbox showcase.
Yeah, maybe most of the AAA stuff, you might want to shift that attention to the upcoming Xbox game
Which is a
showcase.
weird thing to say, but
Yeah.
Microsoft owns Activision now, so
Yeah.
they do have a lot of power over
They
there.
own your money too.
Well, I mean, those type of games are like generally like
well,
common, very very well
Yeah.
well known.
Mhm.
So like take away a big chunk of your money.
For us, not so big, I think, in our attention anymore, right?
Yep.
We have our own more specific tastes now. So
Yep.
perhaps we wanted to start going into the games that interest us the most from Summer Games Fest.
All right, I will
okay.
start out the vibes. Okay, start the vibes. This is just to rev this thing up back again because I don't know why. Street Fighter 6 did like a 90s style fucking trailer for year 3. And I'm like, oh, these characters are pretty cool. But what the fuck is this trailer? Oh, shit.
They pulled that out of their ass, dude. But to be fair, if they made that trailer like that so that they can spend more of their budget on just like making Sagat, the fact that we actually get Sagat gameplay this early already was
Immediately,
a very
yeah.
nice.
Immediately, Tiger
It's
Meat.
actually a very nice gesture. I really hope that's the case. It's like Sagat's actually not too far off because Elena did take a while to come out. Ed, I remember
True.
taking a while to come out.
But there is a big gap between the second in year 3 Fighters Pass and
Yeah.
the third one, right?
Yeah.
It's like what over half a year.
The second one is Sea Viper, if I'm not mistaken.
Call
Yeah, Sea Viper should be second.
Yeah.
Third is Alex,
Alex.
and fourth
Alex,
is Ingrid.
Yes.
I'm actually very shocked about Ingrid. We haven't heard about her in a while.
Yeah, she just squatted up and was like, "Yo, what's up? I'm rich."
I got money, bro. And then I see Twitter being like, Makoto money.
Well, I mean, like I know a few people out there who will be very disappointed to
Hey
know
man,
that Makoto's not out there.
what happened to the Karin players, bro?
Oh, that's true.
Karin.
Karin players found dead in the ditch. For them, man. Yeah, but yeah, the Street Fighter 6 trailer definitely caught me off by a surprise. It's just like, oh, it's just Kenny Omega cosplaying a whole bunch of different costumes. Dude, it looks low budget as shit, but it's honestly
It's perfect.
perfect. Yeah, it that's all you needed to do. We got the news, we got the message, and like your budget went into giving us Sagat gameplay. Thank you so much. Thank
I'm
you.
not gonna lie, like
Effective marketing.
the fact that we saw Sagat's costume, that looks really, really cool. I'm not gonna lie, it gives off like, for some reason, Street Fighter villains have the most drip. Don't you agree? Well, I mean, in a specific category of edginess.
Chat is like, where's potato, bro? Nah?
What?
Where's Potato?
I'm here.
Potato, tomato,
Yeah,
Potato,
but
potato,
they're talking
onion.
about the Street Fighter 6 as well. Just not even last week, I think. The Outfit 3 got announced. It's like, did you see Terry, who's the other two again? Huh? Terry,
Elena, and
Ed. I think Ed, right?
Huh?
No,
Yeah,
Ed is like year one.
Yeah,
Oh, shit,
Ed
okay.
is- how did we forget?
Bison?
Was it Bison?
I think it's Bison.
Bison? Yeah,
What
Bison
about
was year.
Bison?
Bison was year two.
Year 2 pass was
Yes.
yeah.
I guess
so
they're just
all of them got a brand new outfit. They look cool as shit. Again, Elena's outfit, except for default design, is good. Let's go! Let's go!
undisputed
Maury,
fact.
Yeah, the game is on the TV. It's actually a YouTube.
Well, I mean, but if you're asking about the game directly, it's actually Mario Kart World,
Yeah.
to be more exact.
What? We're gonna talk about that later, bro.
No, stop. We're answering chat.
Yeah.
Answering chat.
Yeah, what's that game on the TV?
Would you rather us put Balatro?
Yeah,
I
God.
do not know these people. by the
Okay.
way.
Can I just say, when I first walked into this room, right, I just saw like Balatro on the TV, and I just looked at Habo. It's like, why is this on your TV?
I don't know. He's the one who play. Yeah.
He's the one who lent me the controller.
Bro started playing out of nowhere, bro.
Summer Games Fest continues. Let's
Okay,
look at
but-
other games that were interesting.
Yeah.
All right.
So, say an option. I think Deadpool VR sounds cool. I don't even know anything about it yet.
It's Deadpool.
It's that.
It's Deadpool, bro.
But is it like
First
a
person
typical
Deadpool. Like you get to shoot and do stupid
cut
things.
and stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you get a teleport again?
Maybe.
We don't know. Not much. It's that.
There wasn't that much footage.
It's
But
okay,
there
guys.
was enough.
It's Deadpool. Nothing has to make sense.
As long as he doesn't keep saying chimichangas and chimichuris again.
What if I want him to?
Or just back to Deadpool 2013 again.
I enjoyed that game.
That game was kind of very humorous, honestly.
See, I'm not the
Yeah.
It
only
did
one.
not age
All
well.
the poop jokes and the sex jokes, perfect. Totally.
I mean,
I was
let's
young.
be real.
I was young.
Most
and dumb.
games back in those like 10 plus years era did not age well.
true.
Balato.
Talking about
Balatro gameplay in the back would go hard. Dude, I suggested it as a potential option. I just thought it would be really funny if we had Potato Lie in the background just playing Balatro. I'm just saying, it was a potential reality.
Well, the potential was there, but a lot of people want to know where the potat is.
Send
Yeah,
the sign
right
to
here,
chat,
right
right
here,
here.
Okay.
right here, in the
In
flesh.
the flesh.
You know, growing healthy.
Right.
Alright.
Also, Death Stranding 2 is coming out soon.
Yeah, pretty
Wasn't-
soon,
wasn't
Why
actually.
is there a VTuber in my Death Stranding 2? Kojima, what's wrong with you?
Well,
What do you mean? What's wrong? What's
it's
right with
his-
you?
it's Hideo Kojima, man. He can do whatever he wants.
Yeah, boy.
He has the budget.
Yeah,
yeah.
add like 20 more actors into
Yo,
this
Death
game.
Stranding 2 keeps getting funnier and funnier the more trailers come out. Like, why is Solid Snake in this goddamn game? Why is a VTuber in here? I don't freaking know, bro. Can I eat the baby now?
We do
It's-
not
it's-
condone
it's-
such activities, by the way.
It's Hideo Kojima's wild ride, bro. He does whatever he wants. You gotta need more chimichangas. True, potato. Send a sign to us.
That one
Send a
already
sign,
did
gang
already.
sign.
Gang sign.
What?
No middle finger.
Wu-Tang.
No. You know what we need? Once we have gifted subs and shit, make him pay,
Oh.
pay to make him emote, okay?
Yo, you're gonna pay. Yo, only feet. Yo, I see my feet on stream. I see my feet on stream. Your only feet.
That is nuts, bro. Bro, he's actually selling out.
He called himself out, bro. I
He's
can't
selling out, bro.
believe it.
Can we
I'm
focus
selling-
on the games or Summer Game Fest? I
Okay,
guess
okay,
we're going
okay.
to Wu-Tang Clan now at
We
this
can
point.
if you can mention it. Yeah, Wu-Tang. All right.
Yeah. Yeah, we playing Wu-Tang Clan? The Wu-Tang Clan game or what?
Hey, bad actually. Like, there's
Yeah.
a few bunch of games I want to play with you
the
guys.
The little snippet of gameplay we saw of Wu-Tang was actually really cool. I gotta admit, the art style actually got me. Right, a lot of games that came out of Summer Games Fest actually has really interesting art styles. Right, you gotta admit, you've got Mouse PI for Hire, you've got Into the Unwell, you've got what was it? Unto Your Words, I think.
Mouse,
Unto
Private
the
Eye
Unwell.
Investigator?
Into the Unwell, if I'm not wrong.
No, not that one. The handcrafted one.
Oh, the hand control one, the one that has.
Onto Your
puppet.
Words.
Yeah. I'll look into it real quick. Out
Yeah.
of words. Out of words.
Out of Words. Yeah,
Yeah,
that one
yeah.
is also.
Oh,
very
Code Vein
interesting.
too.
Yep.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Everybody's asking where Ken, bro. What the hell? Kenneth is the most famous guy in our group today.
Yes, exactly. Hey man, chill.
I'm a chill.
Yeah, and too bad he also doesn't know about any of the Summer Games Fest releases. So we're going to tell him about all of these releases right now.
It's going to. Okay.
Against his will.
All right. We'll see you by 12 a.m., guys.
Okay, like in my defense, work has been piling up. It has been piling up.
That's true. That's true.
So I was not able to watch any, and now I mean I'm here fresh out the boat, telling you that I've not seen any of these games releases
And
at
that's
all,
why-
and that's why I'm here today to
To
give a
learn.
genuine reaction to all these
Habbo,
games.
What game do you think Kenneth will react to? Please state
Huh?
one.
All right,
Oh, really,
he's
ah?
going to say Sonic, and I'll say no.
Yes, why?
Oh, you're supposed to say something Kenneth will react to. Sonic, you already know Sonic doesn't give it. Anyway, Sonic has Joker, Ichiban, and Miku, and Steve.
Yeah.
Is this just Smash Bros. The racing game?
At this point, we have more characters crossing over, but the one that surprised me is so far I thought only Sonic characters are in the racing game, but for some reason they are
I'm
putting
so tempted to.
Actually, went
All
into the
Star.
story.
Yeah.
I'm so tempted to say Miku.
Hey,
His
Dreamer,
All-Star is transformed.
your waifu is here.
Dreamer's waifu is here in the
Considering
flesh.
Sonic Crossroads is basically like they're trying to bring everything they've made in terms of racing, Sonic racing games
Yeah.
into one.
Yep.
From what you can see, it seems pretty good.
Yeah.
seems very
Too bad
good.
this year has too many racing games. Even Garfield Kart has a sequel.
Are you serious? Garfield Car as a sequel?
That's a sequel. That's a Garfield Car 1?
Yes. From what I remember last time, I was just like, we actually mentioned it, which is pretty funny to begin with.
We love Garfield in this house. Surely. Surely.
So what's the actual answer, Habbo?
Huh?
Not Sonic Crossroads.
Yeah, what do you think would pique his interest?
Sonic Crossroads hype. but
if,
only
if,
Sonic
if
fans.
it's okay,
I know there's another. I know.
Onimusha?
Way
okay.
of the Sword.
I mean, yes, but that isn't like, I think like, okay, keep going, keep trying to find a game, because right now Onimusha, I am hyped about it, but there might be something else.
Or
Okay.
it says,
More.
why does Sonic need a car?
I don't know if you know about.
He needs to handicap himself.
Why does Sonic have a surf? But have a board? I don't know.
He needs to handicap himself, bro. He's too fast.
True.
Yeah, dude. It's not fair. He's gotta
Is
stay in his
Cream in the
lane.
game? Cream is slow as shit.
Yeah, she needs that car.
Fractured Blooms. Do you know about that?
No, not really.
Oh, he's not
yeah, you know what? Tell me about about that.
List down the list. See what can
Yeah, no, man is actually going through the list
Yeah.
right now. It's a long list.
Mr. Habbo, truly.
But like, if you're asking me what I'm kind of interested in, I would say like probably Dying Light is very interesting to me, because
Oh.
coming from a guy who's
Yeah, Habbo dismissed that one earlier.
so coming from a guy who likes like FPS,
Dusty and sweet.
RPG, adventure style games like that, right?
Is this
Dying
a
Light
spin-off? Is
It's
this
like
a spin-off or what?
something
The
I would
Beast
say like
Dying-
a
no,
good
it's
balance
a-
between, right?
It's
You live in a post-apocalyptic world with all the zombies and all the stuff like that, right? And you gotta survive through it. And I think those type of genres
Yeah,
are like
right.
something I like, because I love adventure type games. I love like survival games. I love games that engage me as a player a lot, right?
We
So
don't call
Dying Light
people
is something
short.
that I would try and play. Onimusha, definitely. But lately I feel like just in general, feeling like playing like just a full-on pure JRPG, not just an RPG. JRPG is really time consuming. It's really time consuming with the way I play it.
Just having the JS 50 hours.
Yes,
Just have this, Jay.
I can't sink like 150 hours into a game where I know that I can't even play like barely like 1 hour a day.
Okay, the next game that might interest you.
You didn't even touch Fractured Blooms that much, right?
Yeah, I asked you to explain
Yeah,
it to
ask
me.
me. Oh yeah, yeah. Because okay. Do you know Doki Doki Literature Club?
Yeah.
Okay, so imagine this: you are playing a farming sim game
All right.
in a Silent Hill environment,
All right.
but it has a gameplay, like the UI itself, how you interact with all the elements in the game.
Keep
It
going.
has a Doki Doki Literature Club in it.
All right.
Alright, Kat, you tell us if Habbo cooked on the explanation, alright?
Do you? Hopefully, it goes. Yeah, but basically,
He tried his best.
He tried his best.
You know, we were actually, like, me and Habbo were actually talking about the game, and we were talking about all the psychological horror aspects, right? And then the character showed up and he was like, hey, you see waifu? And I'm like, what the hell? What the hell, man?
Yeah, that's my first impression. Oh, waifu. Then suddenly, hey, wait, because Jeff Keighley said oh, it's Doki Doki Literature Club mixed with Silent Hill. Oh, okay.
We should
Dude, we love-
make Harbour play me side just to be funny.
Oh my
I'm
God.
expecting like semi-realistic.
He's already
yeah.
single. Don't do this to him.
Hey yo.
Look, I'm single too, but like.
Alright, what other game?
I think we look. I'm just gonna bite the bullet. We're just
Yeah.
gonna go straight to Stranger Than Heaven, bro. I think
Oh,
we
yeah.
need to. We
Yes.
need. We need you to like be in on this. All right.
Sure,
Like I mean, one
Hi,
RGG.
Petito.
So
Of course, look, I am a fanatic when it comes to like RGG games. Okay,
RGG,
like
what is RGG?
Real guy Gotoku.
Rio, yeah.
I just think of
Yakuza-
Wrong Gaga.
like
but
like
it's
a
not
dragon,
right.
yeah, like a dragon developer.
Yeah. Yakuza
The whole
devs.
entire
Oh.
Yakuza series, right?
Yeah, okay.
So I played Yakuza.
Oh my God,
every
hello, Petito.
Yakuza games out
Oh,
there.
you
Right?
got Gotoku.
Hi, Potato.
Okay.
Hello.
But you put RGG.
Hi, man.
Hi, Petito.
Oh, wait, you are going blind? What are you blind? Zima boy.
Okay, so like imagine Yakuza like style of games where like you have like everything from like beat 'em up style to turn-based games later on, right? Now what if you bring them all to I would say a more the way I looked at the trailer, it looked a lot like Japanese Western combination fusion together. There's guns, there's Yakuzas, and there's like it looks less modern Japan, I would say. More maybe like the mid-Western era kind of deal, right? Like that's how I've seen like the first half of the trailer. And it looked crazy good because that's for the first time ever, I think we're back with the beat 'em up style.
And actually, the perspective is also slightly different, right? It's a bit more
Yeah.
over the shoulder.
Yeah.
Right. So I think combats this time will be much more up close and personal.
Yes,
Right,
and
you
also the
use-
cinematics of like the things I've seen was like with grappling, takedowns, and all the stuff has a very very good fresh cinema panning that it has that really elevates the scene that's happening right in front of you for the players. It feels like you're actually in a brawl, right? You're part of the brawl, and I think that's really like a unique take on like the game itself.
Chat is instigating emotions today. I can't believe it.
Anyways, talking more about Stranger Than Heaven, I just have to say, like, it does look like RGG's first real next gen game.
Finally, I guess.
Right. Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
no. RGG also making the VF, right?
Yes, correct. But this game is.
He agrees,
yeah,
ma.
okay.
So I'm
Oh,
like,
you
no,
mean- you
but
mean
they're
Infinity
making
Well?
two at
They
the
are.
same time.
Yeah. How do they do it, man? How do they have so much like production output? Explaining it like I'm a toddler. Look, Zebra Boy, we would have to explain it to you like you're a toddler.
Hello, baby.
Little baby. So yeah, I think we do need to see a bit more about this game, but otherwise, consider myself interested. As well as kind of, it's gonna be very
Yeah.
interesting.
Tell me more once you played the Pirates of Yakuza game.
I'll get to it. I need to buy the game too.
Game Pass is there, right? I think
It's
no,
not
It's not on
there.
Game Pass.
It's not bad. Okay.
All the Yakuza games, I think, is off Game Pass already.
Yep.
Big sad. It's alright.
Including like Dragon.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
It is what it is.
They would like to boost sales too,
Yeah.
Okay, so if you guys want to know the huge list of games from Summer Games Fest, check out the new segment. These guys went on for quite a bit.
They're not done, by the way. Like they have more. Like when I say more, we haven't covered like probably like
Yeah, but
half.
we'll mention one more for this particular podcast segment, right?
Yep.
Resident Evil. Oh, finally.
we have to
a
go
new
there.
one.
We have to go there.
You know,
It's been a while since 8, right? When was 8 again?
It
Last
was about
2
last
years.
2 years.
Last 2 years.
About no, at 1 point something years, almost 2 years reaching.
Yeah.
What's up?
Can I blink twice if you?
Oi.
Continue talking.
Okay.
Everyone's tempting me today.
Okay.
Don't tempt me with a good time.
He's gonna lariat the camera next.
Okay.
Yeah.
By the way, timeline.
pretty evil
time
residents here,
on
you know?
Resident. How long between 8?
I think it's like about a year and almost 2 years actually. Like it's like about 1.75 to 1.8, almost 2 years exactly.
Makes me think Capcom is just fast as hell, bro.
I don't know. I actually thought that Village released longer than that, but then again, I don't really pay attention to
It
the
doesn't
rest of
And
the
the
feel-
earliest is
yeah,
it
it felt
2020.
long,
feel like
yeah.
it. Doesn't feel
It
that.
doesn't feel like it, but it is actually been a while since it came out.
Yeah, but that's also because in between they had Resident Evil 4 remake,
yeah,
right?
That's
got the
true.
remake.
That's true.
There's a remake as well.
Yeah.
So I think it
Fourth
was
Yeah,
the
they've been-
newest is 2022.
They've been
I
feeding
think,
the fans very well.
Yeah. And what's next? Resident Evil 5. Someday, I don't know, man.
Are they gonna remake RE5? That's gonna be
Anyway,
Wow.
it's 9. Okay, 9.
Yeah, RE9
Requiem. Hey.
Hmm.
So you guys go into it. One more time.
Okay, the moment that you see the places that they show off before they show it's Resident Evil 9 is actually like the front gate of the police station, Raccoon Police Station.
Raccoon
That
PD?
got,
Okay.
yeah, that got me shocked actually. And together with in the interior, like the first few scene in Resident Evil, where is it? Is it 2? I don't know.
Resident Evil 2 is where
Yeah.
Raccoon City.
Raccoon City 2, right? Yeah, the first
appeared,
few
yes.
places, like it was in the RE9.
Mm.
Ah.
So the moment they show like, Raccoon City Police Department or something, then the statue over there, I was like, oh no, are they going back to the Raccoon City?
All I know is that they had that intermission where they were like, Resident Evil, we need a bit more time to cook. Please hold off on your expectations. And everyone's like, okay, sure. And then they showed Resident Evil 9 at the end and they were like, wait, what do you mean? I thought you guys needed to cook.
A blink of the eye. It is a blink of the eye.
Yeah,
That's
it basically is. Right. It was there was a tweet that I saw where someone was like, dude, I keep getting debated, dude. But for the RE8 reveal, right, the original way they revealed it was just they said village. And then the dude was like, oh, hey, it's a new horror game. And then you see the 8 suddenly show up from the village. It's like, oh, man, screw you guys. Got debated. And then you see like the same thing happened to him for RE9. And it's just like, oh, okay. God damn it, I got debated again.
How did they do the 9 into the logo again?
I actually didn't see that one. It's just the debate this time was that the intermissions explained they needed more time, but they still showed the trailer at the end.
Yeah.
So
Well-
technically, they tempered your expectations.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
still broke it anyway.
Because after
Yeah.
intermission, right, then they didn't show RE
They
related
showed-
stuff already.
They
They
showed
go
Street Fighter.
yeah.
Well,
It's the
I mean,
trailer.
like, if you think about it, having a trailer is better than having like a
Nothing.
snippet.
No, they could have shown nothing because they said, "Hey guys, we need you to wait a little bit longer." They already got us ready.
Cage 4.
Stop coping.
Look,
It's over.
look,
it's over.
It's over.
It's over.
Until the Xbox showcase.
There ain't no way Xbox showcasing Cage, bro.
Yeah.
We
So we'll see how RE9
tomorrow comes.
RE9 cooks.
Tomorrow
Yeah.
comes.
Tomorrow, what time is the Xbox showcase?
It's actually on Malaysia time, by the way.
Monday early, right?
Monday
Malaysia time.
around 1 to 2
AM.
AM.
Oh, okay.
I'll be there for it.
So it's
Yeah.
tomorrow midnight lah.
Yeah.
yeah. Tomorrow after
Basically.
midnight. So it's like basically Monday.
Front to
yeah,
back.
very early night.
Both.
It might as well be tomorrow and the day after at the same time.
Yeah.
Sheesh.
Too bad we don't have public holiday to help you guys, right?
Take half a day then.
We have
Half a day leave to watch fucking Xbox.
We're not doing that. Let's be real.
yeah.
Habo. I don't.
Okay.
Oh, move on.
But if you think about it, you could just start your day later.
I already
don't
do.
know.
It's gonna be even later than that if I do that.
Wait, like, okay, say like 1, 2 a.m. What's stopping you from like waking up at 9 and leaving work?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Just do it.
Exactly.
Mom, pump me up. I'm scared.
All right. Thank you, Jeff Keighley, for Summer's Game Fest. We'll look forward to Game Awards again. But oh, is this the main dish of the day?
It is. You have definitely your dish.
Did you know Pixels Distribution is your leading videography, IT, and AI product distributor in Malaysia, exclusively distributing for famous brands in the audiovisual industry like Sennheiser, Nanlite, Hollyland, and much more. If you're looking to level up your production, whether it's live streams, photos, and video on a casual or professional level, Pixel Distribution is where it's at. Without the equipment loaned to us by Pixels, we would not be able to achieve this professional quality right now. So huge thanks to them. Offstage Malaysia is your local Nintendo-centric video game community in the heart of Klang Valley, Malaysia, featuring multiplayer games such as Mario Party, Mario Kart, as well as our signature Super Smash Bros. Ultimate and much more. With the dawn of the Switch 2's launch upon the horizon, make sure to join our community gatherings as we share, experience, and engage in wonderful games alongside a welcoming community environment. Remember, every Saturday, 2 p.m. onwards, right here at Mentari Bandar Sunway.
Okay.
It is your dish.
So you look at this shit. I just couldn't stop watching this Mario Kart World for like the past 48 hours. I'm telling you, I'm gonna buy an $80 soundtrack with a game attached to it.
I guess you're a little shy of watching the whole thing and for
I'm definitely a shy guy. But yes,
Rotor into
Nintendo
a
Switch
mascot.
2 is officially out finally. Technically, 2 months of wait is not the worst, but we have been yapping about NS2 being a thing for like years.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
And-
Every year it gets leaked that there's a new Nintendo Switch coming. Yes,
Alright,
but
alright.
when?
Give it 6 months, they'll be like Nintendo Switch 2 Pro Bila.
Oh please, I'm so tired.
But yes, so everything that we were initially super worried about with Switch 2 being like, how Doom posting and everything, turns out
I think we're fine. Yeah.
people were shouting to the clouds, bro. I'm just telling you. The internet has been super positive with launch. The games are really good. They perform really well. And not even counting the fact that you have the entire library of Switch 1 back and better than ever. It's
Okay, I will say it's a little sad. Look, don't get me wrong. It is amazing that Switch 1 games finally run properly on a Switch 2. But it does come into question why they weren't running properly on the Switch 1 in the first place.
So
Well, most cases-
the bar is low, but I'm glad we've gone past that.
Yes. So like I think the same thing would say like the Switch 1 is similar to like what the Nintendo 64 was, where like a lot of games actually the ambitious but chugged the system hard. So Switch 1 having like what 4 to 6 gigs of RAM maximum. I believe it's 4 gigs actually.
4 gigs.
I don't
around
remember.
4 gigs,
It's I mean, how are you supposed to work with 4 gigs? People get developers like Magic Button crazy making Doom on the Switch work to begin with. And now we have Pokemon Scarlet and Violet running at 60 FPS with no 5 FPS background characters is crazy.
With an update.
We can finally play Squad Strike in Smash Ultimate without waiting for 20 seconds each character death.
Is it 20 seconds?
We don't even get to see those hint screens, info screens between every like loading screen. Smash Ultimate loads damn fast at this point.
They tested the ice climbers on FOD test where
Yeah,
they had
eight-
So
16
players.
So
total
while they fangirl over everything, basically layman terms is loads fast. It loads super fast.
Yes.
Stages in the game loads crazy fast.
And some games just have straight up better frame rates.
Exactly, and we don't want to
Smoother.
confuse the users
without paid updates.
Like, we don't want to confuse like the people in the chat right now. For those who haven't like heard of the game, right? But basically, Switch 2 are, I would say, is right now industry hardware, right? And is the industry
Switch 2
hardware.
has games.
Switch 2
already has
has
games,
games, right?
Switch 2 has games.
Exactly, and with industry hardware comes better loading, better rendering, better gaming, right?
Dude,
Tell that to the viewer who's using a hard drive to play Street Fighter 6 right now.
Okay, so
Scarlet,
Does,
yeah.
does anyone
60%.
does anyone know how well Cyberpunk 2077 runs on Switch 2 actually?
Okay, it's
Very
better than Steam Deck.
Optimization.
so someone
station?
okay, would you say that comparatively? Okay, I will add on to the question from chat, right? Xbox or PS? Now I'll add Switch.
Okay, let's be fair. Xbox was never part of the fucking question.
It depends.
The only guy I know in my life who has an Xbox is this guy.
Yeah,
It's right there.
it's right there.
Yeah, we still
Okay,
And it's
we,
not even the Series X.
dude, we can't even resell this thing, bro. No one's gonna buy it.
Malaysia,
There is,
Xbox
there is.
sold
Okay,
so
okay,
hard that
okay,
you
okay,
see like
okay
2
lah.
copies in every game store.
Oh no. Okay lah. It's not that bad lah. They've been focusing more on Game Pass lah, and like
Yeah, that's
more-
why PC is
like a
better.
few of us actually do have Game Pass, so it's not like Microsoft has just been losing, right? They're
Not
just
yet.
putting their
Not yet,
putting their
not
focus
yet.
elsewhere.
Not yet.
They do have Activision Blizzard.
That's true.
All right, we started off with a lot of like excitement, but I'll properly explain what happened this past 3 days that the Switch came out. There's a lot of stuff that
Yeah.
surfaced because Nintendo was so quiet for the past 2 months. Barely any info on how things will work. Barely any info to quell worries. And then
Plus-
suddenly the tidal wave just right here.
Plus no
More
review
positive.
embargo.
Yeah.
True. So they did not let anybody review the console ahead of time. They did let a bunch of journalists try the game 1 week ahead of the launch,
Mm-hmm.
but that's not enough, right? Most journalists literally got it the day at most before the launch day, which is crazy. But turns out there's a lot of good things that came out of this either way. I think the initial worry for most players has now been quelled by this wave of positivity overall, just from the fact that the people who weren't buying this thing now won't buy it anyway. Shut the fuck
I mean,
up.
like,
I will say, like, I think one of the biggest reasons why the positive reception has been so large, right, is actually just because the backwards compatibility has been so good.
Yes.
Right. There's a compatibility list on Nintendo's support site where it lists down the games that still don't work, and it's really not that many. Granted, there are a few standout games that aren't working, right? I think some of the Capcom collections are not working. Some ArcSys games are not working. But besides that, like some other small games here and there. But besides that, right, pretty much everything is backwards compatible. So I gotta chalk it up to Nintendo, man. That is
and also
really impressive.
To top it up, also like we had videos from Jerry Rick that like also tested
that,
the
yeah.
durability of like the Switch
He
2 itself.
genuinely couldn't break that thing easily at all.
So it would take probably an adult man, like a strength of an adult man that's in like some sort of like anger pang or something like that to actually like break the game.
Or a
Or
Smash
the Switch or the console,
or
right?
a Smash Ultimate player playing Elite Smash.
We will not say any names.
all right.
But let's move
talk
on.
about that as well. So the
Yeah,
hardware of the Switch 2, there were some worries. People were saying like, oh, would the Joy-Con magnets ruin the freaking like attachment on the base console? No, it perfectly aligns perfectly. You can literally bend it like this and it wouldn't break. But if you put enough force to it, you can just pry the magnets apart.
Yeah.
That is just physics, man. Come on.
Yeah.
But for people who aren't as strong, like, right, you can just press the button like a normal person, press the button and detach it. All right. Cool.
Yes, because we're very normal.
The stand at the back is damn durable now. It can
Thank
go to about
goodness.
15 degrees, almost flat. It's really good. They
Thank
took what the
you.
OLED did and made it even better. as
Yeah,
well.
because the original Switch stand is ass.
Yeah, you just hit it on
I'm
one
not
side.
sure.
Okay.
Nah, that it can take a beating unless of course you staple like something to the screen.
That's yeah.
So some
like sharp
GameStop-
objects.
Okay,
Objects.
So
You know?
some GameStops, if you haven't seen the unboxing videos online, the console is literally flat underneath the cardboard.
Yep.
So some GameStop employee thought, management, don't blame the employees. The management decided to staple those pre-order notes on top of the thing instead of using tape or whatever. And then everybody, when they open the thing, oh my god, my plastic film on top of my screen is like poked.
It's
not
punctured.
cracked.
Yeah,
It's
it's just
punctured.
it got punctured basically. So
Yeah.
it's basically more so like it's an unfortunate event.
Yeah,
right?
definitely unfortunate.
But I would say that overall it's looking good for the Switch 2. I would say.
Can I just say, why was the Switch 2 screen right next to the cardboard on top of the thing
We
in the
do not
first
know,
place?
but it might just be bad packaging.
I have no clue either. Why
Let's
they did
okay.
that.
I'll talk about this one specifically.
Ooh,
The
you got
packaging,
something?
right?
Oh yeah.
It's smaller than the original Switch's packaging. It's denser as well. It's actually heavier than the original Switch
That makes sense. Right?
entire box.
Yeah.
So like, they really form-fitted this whole thing really well.
Yeah.
But there is a benefit and there's a pro and a con to this, right?
Yeah. Also, like, couldn't they have just like, okay, like obviously this is unforeseen,
Yes.
but like, they could have had the Switch face down.
Nah, bro.
Ask
They want
Nintendo.
No. They learn from Apple. Okay, the screen must face up so that you can look at it immediately.
No, you see your own
okay.
reflection as you open it. You'd be like, wow.
I hate
Wow,
myself.
I spent $400.
Dude, we're gonna spend
You're
so
gonna
much in
spend
terms of
more,
Malaysian
actually.
ringgit, dude. Oh no.
All right. So another funny part about the distribution, Walmart, who that sent out the Nintendo Switch 2 to the customers, packed in a bottle of Coke and a fucking pack of Pringles for you. Imagine like the Doritos and Mountain Dew meme is back again.
Yeah.
Really
And like
were
for those
like-
scalpers who like scalped a lot of them, be prepared to receive like an abundant of amount of Coke and Pringles.
And also, I'll talk
Free
about
food.
the Japanese side
Free
as
food.
well. The Japanese side, a lot of them managed to get the Switch 2. Now, they did have to go through a lottery system, but overall, it's pretty well done. Pretty well done. They had, every distributor also had their own lotteries. So it's overall distributed very well. Right now, in Japan, Big Camera or Yodobashi actually has displays for Switch 2 immediately. That said, you cannot buy a physical Switch 2 on venue currently. You have to wait for a bit. But it's damn good. You get to get the Switch 2 immediately. Nintendo, supposedly it's reported to have already sold over 3 million.
Yeah,
in
and
a
that's
weekend.
very impressive, right? It hasn't even been a week yet.
The week hasn't even ended.
Yeah.
This is our idol of the day, okay? The idol of the day.
Hey man, let's strike up a pose, kawaii desu.
I am not doing that. You know what? I can't wait to go to Japan.
You'll be like, hi, nani
I would not be doing that. I would not be doing that brain rot, but I will
Hi,
be
one
looking at
stick,
my man
yeah.
Papo do it.
You know,
Yeah.
the funniest thing is
Oh.
that video actually showed up on my recommended feed, the original
I'm
source.
white.
I
Oh
didn't
my
even know where
God.
it came from, but now I know.
Now
Stick.
you know.
Why is it Love Live, bro?
Oh my God. I'm white. Stick. Oh my god. Dude.
Anyway, so the console overall very good. The entire console is denser and also larger. I think most people who have bigger hands will like this as well. Of course, if you want a grip, there's a lot of grip options already available to buy, so that one's not a problem. Now let's talk about accessories. People were talking about how Procon 2 or like the camera, these are like accessories for. Okay, here's the joke. I don't know which journalist website said this, but you reportedly have to buy $90 worth of accessories to complete this Nintendo Switch game. Welcome tour, right? Technically not wrong, but you don't have to complete it. Is what's wrong with you? They're farming this shit.
No, the real question is why did you buy it?
Okay. But Nintendo
Those
Welcome Tour is pretty
sickos.
good. Anyways, the accessories, so the webcam, you don't actually have to use the Nintendo branded webcam at all. You can really take the 10-year-old webcam and plug it in. It's fine.
Yeah,
I
it
saw,
works.
okay, there are GVG's YouTube channel that dedicates themselves to this type of news. They tested it. Even the Logitech 920, C920, the classic, just works.
Dude,
They
even-
they use an iToy, man.
Even like VTuber cameras work.
Yeah,
And so
yeah,
like
yeah.
you can just show up to your squad in a VTuber model and just be like, "Hi chat."
Oh no.
Also, you can plug in USB microphones as well. So like it's like Discord where you can select the input and output.
Hello, white stick.
Yes,
Sorry, I'm just-
so it's perfectly
just in
fine
chat.
with that. The Pro controller as well. The Pro controller is pretty good. Everybody who has it likes it a lot. They see the improvements from the Switch 1 Pro controller.
What
Well-
are the improvements actually?
So I mean, physically, it's definitely the custom buttons first. But the overall feel and the consistency of the controller is genuinely an improvement from the first one. For example, the D-pad actually feels like a proper D-pad.
I've actually heard some good
Right?
things
So,
about
so
the D-pad.
the divot underneath the D-pad is more pronounced. You can feel the action
Yeah.
more better.
The thing me as a Smash player I'm actually worried about is actually the analog stick because I heard that one hasn't really changed.
That's
I
for the
think-
Joy-Con 2. Joy-Con 2 is confirmed that not much different.
The Procon? How about that one?
Procon is
I know people have disassembled
it's
the Procon.
it's
too
engineered
already.
to be smoother, but yes,
I
generally
believe
still
it's the
similar.
same, right? Yeah.
Yes.
So I'm hope because like when I play Smash, my analog sticks do give out a bit, and they do have snapback. I believe the same issue does exist on the Switch.
But on
2
a
Pro
user
controller.
experience front, even the face buttons are bigger as
Yep.
well. Yes.
Of course, most of these things are really just nitpicks. I think it'll function just well. For
See, I'm not too much of a
average use.
fan of the back pedal. Well, I mean, this is just my preference because I don't think it's a bad idea, right? I don't think having the extra buttons at the back is a bad idea. I just think that personally
It's not
for
nice
me,
to feel, right?
I tend to like really like hold my controller like fully. So generally when I'm playing games that requires me to like input like buttons and all the stuff, having that thought of accidentally pressing the back pedal button just really throws me off. Not saying it's a bad thing because
Yeah, at least it's
on-
a custom button too, right?
Yeah, you can probably disengage it. As
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
but the feeling
it's
is
just
there.
the feeling is
Yeah.
there, and I don't think like I would like it that much. However, I do think it's a great idea to have. Just maybe not for me. So I might, or I would say that I will have some time. I will need some time to get used to it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, I will also add to that particular point is that controller technology hasn't really evolved much since like Xbox, PlayStation has already like solidified the design, right? So like if industry standard becomes back pedals, I think that could like game developers add into a more different thought process as well. So
I don't
it's not
know
a bad
if
thing.
I don't know if I like back buttons to become the standard either. I think we're pretty good in terms of.
Well, would you want 3 triggers instead each side?
Hell no! I just don't know where you want to add more buttons at this point.
Yeah, but then the Joy-Con 2 has a mouse function. Hey.
All right. Look. Actually, I do think like the Switch 2, honestly, is a very impressive piece of tech. Just from a technical perspective, its power, the adaptability of the Joy-Cons, the fact that the mouse sensors activate immediately when you put it down, right? And like, I know there are some things that aren't exactly like great improvements. The screen itself, well, it's still pretty good, right? It's not OLED.
It's a HDR
The
LCD
Joy-Con
now.
sticks are still prone to drifting. They're still not the most like how to put it.
They might not last.
Yeah,
that long.
they still might not last that long. But I think besides that, right, I'm actually very like keen to just like make use of the new specs of the Switch 2.
Also, one last thing about accessories, the NSO GameCube controller is genuinely a fully featured Pro controller. Even though they said it was that specifically made for the NSO app, it has gyro controls, it has ZL, it has wireless capabilities. Is the whole package. I think it doesn't have NFC and that's it. But like, you didn't expect it to begin with. Like, damn, you did good. Also, just by using that controller with the NSO GameCube app, it triggers every sound effect and you can hold the buttons to trigger the GameCube start screen, which is cute.
Yeah, I gotta admit.
Homage, you know, got pay and homage, you know, to the game.
I'm actually too young. I never even touched the GameCube, but I know the sound.
Yeah, I mean,
I can't say anything, bro.
And last point is game chat. As we mentioned, any webcam is fine. So game chat supposedly actually proven that the audio is actually pretty capable, even if you just use the webcam audio.
yeah.
Even GVG, they tested out in a noisy ass room with the Switch 2 camera and
Wait, actually, now that I think about it, is the game capture footage actually like 15 frames? Did anyone fact check that one?
That one I believe is generally still true.
Yeah,
but,
okay.
but interestingly, right, as a chat function, you can actually do the chat showing the screen with a chat log at the side transcription, automatic transcription for you. Yes, this is a function of the Switch 2. So if you guys are chatting in the room, your chat is registered as a log just there. Which is, I mean, now how many does that? And it's fairly accurate actually. And either way,
so you can handle like different languages as well.
that one I'm not sure yet.
Yeah,
I only saw in English, but
yeah, exactly.
based on
was
what I can
wondering.
tell, English Japanese definitely gauty. Okay? That one is typical.
I just keep thinking about the Nintendo Switch camera, man. So I was watching an Alpha Red video because he got his hand on a Switch 2 and he was using this camera, right? He was talking with one of his friends and he was like, I know you're not using the camera, the Switch 2 camera because you have higher quality image than me. He was on 480p, bro. 480p in 2025.
You could probably just plain as plug a camera into the.
you actually can. You might
actually can. And one point about the game chat is that I think I know most pro gamers will completely disassociate with the game chat button completely. I understand, but I think for the casuals, it's very very convenient.
It's accessible, right? Like if you want to set up, let's say, like you want to stream to your friends, you want to stream to your friends on a Nintendo console, you couldn't really do that like with a normal Switch.
True.
Right? You needed a capture card, you needed a PC, and then you're gonna hook it up to Discord, and then you have a game capture software, and you gotta go through all of that to stream to your friends.
Yeah, and most people don't know how to do that at all.
Mm-hmm.
So I can see this as like, oh, okay, you have an option now. It's not great, I will admit. Like there are some things that are good, some things that are bad. Obviously, the game capture itself was kind of rough, but
not bad.
It's good that they have that option now.
And not to say like if you're screen sharing or anything, but if you're using the camera as an addition to the game that itself, for example, Mario Kart World, you can actually put your camera view of your face in the game. It's pretty funny when you just throw a shot at your friend, it just starts spinning out, bro. It's not a bad feeling, I'll say that much.
I mean, it's definitely interactive, and like Cam said, like just having the ease of access of game chat without going through the entire process of setting up like a capture card, hooking up to your PC and all the stuff just to stream it on Discord. I think it's convenient, and it also can be used in so many like different places. Say like places where you're not at your PC, right? Like say for example, like if you're on like a business trip or something like that, you're in a hotel, you're on vacation, you just brought your Switch and you're playing with like other people.
Yeah,
Just having that ease of access, or just like streaming to your friends is actually a good idea. It's pretty good. So I won't like say fully discard the idea of like using the game chat. It's more like know your preferences and why you want to use the game chat for,
Yeah.
right?
It does feel kind of bad though that there is a button dedicated to you, like to the Joy-Con that is basically useless if you don't pay for online.
That is true.
Oh,
Yeah.
No, for now it works. You will eventually have to pay for it.
1 year. He
For
gave
now,
you
it's
1
free.
year.
It's free for 1 year.
Yeah, free for 1 year.
Okay,
Yeah.
it's free for 1 year.
Yeah.
But like it will come to a point where you would have to pay for it, but you would still be able to access it for a year, right?
But by paying for it, you mean just subscribe to online, right? Too shy to greet White Stick. Hoo.
White stick.
Is there somebody you know?
White.
You make it sound weird.
Oh, I gotta make it sound as weird as possible for our Potato King, bro. It seems everyone is here for him and him alone.
Look, man. What can I say? I'm popular. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm not.
You are today. You are
today. Just today.
Okay, so next up is talking about games and how they are being received and their performance overall. Now this is just a pass through, but obviously talking about the Switch One games first. We already mentioned Scarlet Violet. I mean, last episode we kind of dunked on it quite a bit, if you don't remember.
But justified, by the way.
But many players are now, because of Switch 2, going back to their old Switch 1 games because they're performing way better. The experience is much better. For example, Scarlet and Violet on Switch 2's textures are actually improved. I did not expect that.
Yeah.
It's genuinely improved.
Was that because of an update, or
No,
that one was
base
just
game. The game was just shit on NS1, bro.
Bayonetta 3, 60 frame.
Oh yeah, Bayonetta 3 running at 60.
Many
is good.
action games are now
Yeah.
fully 60 FPS. Now this guy wants to test specifically.
Astral Chain, dude. I
Oh my
haven't
God,
seen
yeah.
anything about Astral Chain. Has anyone tested Astral Chain? Please let me know. I want
What
to know
else?
because
Like,
I actually do want to like
On the
hop back into the
Switch,
game.
what would be a
Neo
good
the World
test?
Ends With You?
That is true. However, like I would not see like a grand, like huge stark difference like Pokemon is right now. Maybe
Because that game runs
Ooh,
like
Breath
ass
of
in
the
overworld.
Wild.
Yeah, Breath of the
With
Wild
the
upgrade
updates.
as
well.
Okay, Breath of the Wild without updates used to consistently, I mean in the worst cases, run
Yeah.
15 to 20 FPS.
Yeah.
Now it's locked practically 30.
Yeah.
Even
Right.
without the paid
yeah,
update.
and here's the thing: we
that's
still
good.
have the upgrade too. You know, so like before upgrade, we already see a good amount of changes. And now, what happens if you have the upgrade package?
And then
with it?
you just
The
straight up go to
resolution
60.
higher as well as
Right.
the entire frame rate went higher. It's
Yeah.
damn good.
Right.
Damn
Beautiful.
good.
Too
Now,
bad.
talking about that, the non-paid updates, right? There were a bunch of games that were updated to compensate for Switch 2's launch. So Mario Odyssey officially 4K now, crazy.
Actually insane.
Link's Awakening has better performance and a little bit toned down on the tilt shift feel. Echoes of Wisdom also got a lot of updates in terms of the menu. We complained about that.
Wait, serious?
Yes.
They
They have a
actually-
lot of sorting functions now.
Oh shoot.
They added like 3 or 4 sorting functions. now.
Okay,
They have like your favorites menu, which is wasn't there. What the fuck? It has your strongest items menu also there. So pretty good. For example, a lot of the games just got a lot of good performance buffs to begin with. Like
yeah, that's
for example,
really good.
Kirby Star Allies was
Wait,
30
I just
FPS.
realized. Has anyone tested the Fire Emblem games?
Yes,
Oh, okay.
they're smoother now. Yes.
So, are they locked? Locked 30 at least?
Okay, I can't 100% say for the Tree Houses or Engage. These are the main
Yeah,
mainline
those
series
two,
games.
right?
But every Warriors game is fully smooth now.
Yeah. Because the Zelda ones are also very smooth now.
Yeah, so Fire Emblem Warriors, Hyrule Warriors, as well as Age of Calamity, along with the coming Age of Imprisonment, will be smooth.
Thank
Great.
God.
Musou games that don't run smooth.
I'm looking into trying Xenoblade Chronicles 3 though.
Now, Xenoblade's updates aren't very defined. They actually don't have much graphical improvements.
I think Xenoblade X will be the big one, right? Like that one, has that one been updated? Has that one been tested?
I believe that one wasn't updated
So it's still 30 frames.
for now.
But it should be
again,
stable 30,
not-
right?
There's too many games to test
Yeah.
out. 16,000 over games.
Yes,
and
we
Switch
just
to test.
2 or 3 days.
And to be
Yeah.
fair, we're only
Also,
focusing
ARMS
on
is
something.
fully 60 FPS now. Crazy.
No,
Wait,
was
it wasn't?
30.
Oh no!
Oh, wow.
I'm also
okay.
excited
No.
to see what
No,
Splatoon
it was
is as
60,
well.
but some modes
okay.
weren't.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, think of it like this also. We have Splatoon as well.
We also haven't
like, and it
tested.
was running pretty well on like the
Yeah,
Switch
in
One
general.
itself. Now imagine what they can do in Switch 2 with Splatoon now.
Dude, Pokken split screen.
That is true.
That could be smooth now, actually.
Yeah.
Could be smooth now.
That
It-
As
it's-
long as
it's split-
Bandai Namco doesn't...
It's split screen. It's
Ignore
split
it.
screen 60 now.
Let's hope.
Yeah.
Anyways, on that particular note, announcement to you guys. We're
Oh.
actually getting the Switch 2 soon.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
We're gonna
Mr. Hubble
also-
over here will get one, and the community will also get one. So if you guys want to try out the Switch 2, make sure to
Come
come
this
next week,
Saturday.
all right? Come next week,
Next
please.
Saturday,
next week,
Unbox
next week.
it with you
Yes.
guys as
Well,
well.
we're gonna rob Hubble in broad daylight.
Huh? Boy. You
Now,
guys have your own
that
already.
is one fact. There's just one fact that this is the Hong Kong import version, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
So it does come with the digital version of Mario Kart World, which I'm gonna talk about after this. But for those who are in Malaysia and Indonesia who wants to know when the hell they can get one, sorry, there's still no news for you.
Not yet, at least.
So why
But
why
be
are they taking
patient.
so long?
But
I would say there is hope. There is good hope that we will get it soon, right?
yes, because right now, at least for Southeast Asia, Thailand, Singapore, and Philippines has confirmed for June 26th. June 26th, which is the end of the month. Not that bad. Malaysia, please, before August comes. Pray. That's all I get. I want to play my Mario Kart World. But also one more fact that I will probably use the Offstage community switch to live stream with you guys. I do want to build more of an online presence community-wise for Offstage as well. Now,
Yep.
Smash Bros. Perfectly catered for offline currently. Let's just hope Smash
2
Online
version.
gets better. But Mario Kart World is already proven to
It
be a very, very good game to play online. And I think we can have fun together if you have a Switch 2
Yep.
on launch. Either way, we've got a long time, 8 years at least with the
Yeah.
Switch 2.
And regardless, like also online, offline, we can do both, right? And-
Exactly.
And that's the
Yeah.
best part of it.
All right, next week, 2 setups, Mario Kart World, maybe.
Exactly. And
Of
we
course.
will be testing a lot of games.
I
along
will
the way.
also say, the Switch 2 will probably be quite expensive. So if you can't afford it, please don't spend money that you don't
Don't
have.
spend and come to us.
Try
Try
spend irresponsibly.
Yeah.
Try it out at our
Yeah, for 10
community gathering.
ringgit, for venue fee 10 ringgit, you can play the whole day.
Exactly.
And
Where we're
That's
chilling.
steal.
Yeah.
that's kind of the point. We are supposed to chill.
Also, news comes in. Pokemon Legends ZA officially got October 16 as its announcement. But we also have Pokemon Presents, which you guys didn't mention. Pokemon Presents on July 22nd.
Oh yeah.
I don't know why they have a Pokemon Presents.
At this point, what else?
It's so far away that I actually forgot
It's
about
just
it.
next month, bro.
No, but like
It feels like
how do I put it? They announced it when?
For the first time, they announced it like over a month ago.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's what I mean.
that's gonna be probably like more content to it, or maybe.
New Pokemon.
Nah, I won't. At this point, I would not say a new Pokemon because ZA just came out.
Do you-
I would say that there might be a good chance that, who knows, XY remake.
Legends ZA is technically the
A
XY remake.
ZY.
It is.
You know how
Black
they
and white,
gave up
black
on
and white.
Sinnoh,
no,
right?
it does match because then people could play XY into ZA.
Where's Sinnoh, bro?
Where's Sinnoh?
Sinnoh? I thought it's...
No. My crackpot theory is whatever new Pokemon game is gonna come out on the Switch 2 is gonna run like ass, and then when the Switch 3 comes out, it'll run fine.
So what if it doesn't run well in Switch
So
2?
part 2 of the,
Switch
the,
3,
the
Exactly,
Switch-
that's what I said.
I mean, I would say like just imagine, what if like having the Pokemon game right there and then just literally like tell you that the remake is on the way. Think about that, like, because it would make so much sense. Okay, my crackpot theory is like this: we have ZA coming, and ZA is basically like the whole XY remake, quote unquote, right? But what if they remake the entirety of X and Y?
Look, man, I might not be the right person to answer this.
It would market like crazy though.
Pokemon sells
I
like
need
hotcakes
Uno.
regardless.
I need
honestly.
5th generation Unova remake. 1 and 2 both.
I need a second Pokemon, bro.
You need
Never
to play
gonna happen,
Pokemon
bro.
games.
Never gonna happen.
No.
Never gonna happen. But
You're-
what do I
you're
want?
right.
Maybe one day some cool ass PlayStation game comes to Switch.
They might
never
also
mind.
they might also talk more about like the Pokemon Showdown thing that they showcased like
Pokemon
early on.
Champions, yes.
Pokemon Champions,
that
right?
one,
Oh, yeah, yeah.
I
That's
think
fair, that's
also
fair.
it's like a lot of people are anticipating what's more inside because right then and there the announcement was quite high level, not so in depth and all the stuff like that. People want to know like okay into like how well does it like apply the I would say the tier list of like Pokemons that you use in competitive scenes, right? Say like for example in online versions you have Pokemon Showdown, right? And all these showdowns you have all these tiers of Pokemon that you can use and utilize in the competitive scene, whether it may be doubles or single battles. So how does that apply to a game that's not really going to be moderated on an updated basis? How are they going to follow up on that? Like how long they want to know?
I assume actually, right, they're probably gonna follow like Pokemon VGC, like their official Pokemon tournament rules. So I don't think it'll be too weird.
Oh, that's gonna be difficult though, because Pokemon Champions, like Pokemon Home, is an amalgamation of every game. If you don't know right now, Pokemon actually bars Pokemon from some games. So let's say Pokemon that it's available in Scarlet Violet. No, I mean even in the same generation, like for example, Sword and Shield has Pokemon that doesn't include the Legends Arceus games,
Yeah.
right? But then Scarlet Violet merged them together. So maybe they're homogenizing the entirety of the meta. We still don't know yet because they haven't done more than one game in a single generation in a while, right? So we can't say for sure.
That would be kind of nuts.
Again,
I'm just
Game
saying.
Freak gotta
1,000
pull.
plus.
Game Freak gotta pull up their bootstraps and work hard this generation, bro. They gotta get a comeback, please.
They gotta make a game that runs well on the Switch too.
Yay!
Look, people have faith again because Scarlet and Violet run properly. So I'm just saying that
But Legends ZA does look pretty good for now, right?
they got the ball rolling. Maybe they can earn back the trust.
Oh, so I did mention about load times was that, for example, some games had a whole minute plus of load times became 45 minutes, which is not bad. Anyways, load times is one thing. Controllers compatibility is perfect. Switch 2 controllers work on Switch 1 games. Switch 1 controllers work on Switch 2 games. No problem at all.
For what compatibility?
They just treat the system as one.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, you can use the new NSO Game Freak controller on Smash Ultimate, which I unintentionally already bought. But yes,
Too bad.
thank God I can play because my Chrono just broke recently. Anyways,
No.
last point. We're not going to talk too much about the other games. Of course, like games like Street Fighter 6 and everything performing well is as per usual. And Welcome Tour surprisingly performing not bad, even though how many people shat on it.
I still don't think it's worth paying $10.
It has
for
over
it.
50 items to experience in the game.
I'm pretty sure they can justify the price tag. That I can definitely understand. I just don't think it just doesn't make sense.
But
that's how I see it.
Yeah, I still think I will buy it just for you guys. If you guys ever want to try
40 ringgit.
Take one for the
just
team.
that
Take one for the
yes,
team.
yes.
For the content.
I want to nerd out about this goddamn console, but you know. Last
He
point
is the
is
man for it.
Mario Kart World. I know me and Habo are already excited.
Yes.
He told me he wanted to wait for the Malaysian version. Couldn't wait after seeing the game came out. Whoa, gotta pre-order immediately. And I agree. I don't have the money.
I really don't want to wait for Malaysia version. I'm going to buy it as early as possible.
So to those people who are not aware, Habo here is a console collector hoarder right here.
Oh, this single living room has all 3 consoles, Xbox, PlayStation, and
We're actually
Switch.
just doxing his personal life at this rate.
We're not talking about anything else.
Well, we're not talking about anything else. We're just talking about the consoles he owned. But take a look at this. Like, there is a pattern to the madness here because this man right here would be. He has that the Asian mentality of I need to be first in line, to get it.
Is it?
No, we gotta grind, we gotta hustle, man. First in line.
I think it's a different kind of Asian mentality, bro. Something's a little wrong here.
Maybe.
Something's just a little teensy bit wrong.
But yes, I actually do agree that Mario Kart World turned out absolutely excellent. Now, there are still no reviews because the game's surprisingly packed to play in 2 days. There's no way you can finish in 2 days.
Kind of nuts, yeah.
Actually. So like, let me just explain this game. So graphically, it's damn good. It's actually much more. There's so much more character than even Mario Kart 8. Now, Mario Kart 8 was initially a Wii U game, right? It was their first HD Mario Kart. It's designed to be slick, racing, and their first delve into orchestrated jazz fusion HD gameplay. This is the second time round. Art direction is much stronger, right? These carts all have a bounce to them. You know, the feel fun. You know, the charge jump feels good to use. The drifting is different than Mario Kart 8.
I will stop you there and just say one thing. Cow.
Oh yeah, true. Cow has been flooding the servers. All right, you guys are so addicted to cow eating beef hamburgers that I can't believe it.
Yes.
Let's go. So if you guys don't remember, I did mention Mario Kart World. If I bought it, it would be an $80 soundtrack with a game attached. I say the same thing with Guilty Gear Strive. This game has over 200 remix tracks across the entire Mario franchise, and I think me and Habo has been enjoying. Also, stop playing Wario Stadium in front of my face, bro. Stop it. Bro's gonna reenact the Battle Steven choice pick every time. He's gonna do the same thing to me on goddamn fucking Mario Kart. I will cry, bro. I will cry. Like, this song is good, not for 200 fucking runs in a row.
Inflict trauma.
Yes, but this game has so many good songs. Did you know Rainbow Road in this game has 6 segments and total up to 20 minutes of song?
Yo, that's kind of nuts, actually.
Like the entire play with the whole soundtrack looped and everything. I mean, like, the segments can be like a minute.
Yeah.
So let's just say it's a 6 to 10 minute song. It's very long. It's damn good, bro. It's damn good. Also, they remix almost every Mario Kart Rainbow Road song. Oh, so good. Mario Galaxy, Mario 3D, every game.
Why they do all that for, bro? That's crazy.
Just to flex, bro. Because free roam mode is damn cool.
Oh, right. I forgot free roam mode.
Free roam mode, basically, you can play the radio. It's randomized, right? I believe there's no jukebox setting to choose.
Yeah.
But you can just slowly pace through the world, see the sights, complete these challenges. This soundtrack just keeps popping, bro. The amount of genres that are used, damn good. Remember in Mario Kart 8, they just had this one theme. So re-simulate the racing vibe that Japan has with jazz fusion. That's the whole vibe. So every soundtrack has this very good swing, very good back. Here, everything from funk to samba to tango to every genre has been touched, bro. And the band is so high quality.
Every genre.
They got EDM.
They got metal.
Yes.
Huh?
Yes, they have hard rock in this. They have hard rock versions of some songs.
Yes.
No, metal.
Yes. I mean, no screaming. It's not like Mario's gonna...
Everything is
not like Mario's
instrumental.
gonna...
Need myself some gent in Mario Kart, bro.
No,
Metal might
we
be too
need
far.
metal. We need metal in the Mario race. Like
imagine
Grand Prix. You just have a whole
It'll
stage
be the
of metal.
closest thing to Mario and Twisted Metal. I'm just saying.
Ah, that's true.
That would be pretty funny. So, sound, maximum effort, bro. I'm telling you, this game is crazy. Then the experience itself, for those of you who are too chronically into Mario Kart 8, this game is fairly different. You can't use the same techniques again. Try hard again, bitch.
Bro is sassing out to where did all this come from?
No, because
what
like,
did they do to you?
No, because the past 2 years, there's a lot of Mario Kart 8 content creators who are like, they're showing off the tech, teaching the tech of Mario Kart 8, and then when Mario Kart World was shown off, they're like, this game has so many problems because it doesn't have this, blah, blah. I'm like, shut the fuck up, bro. You guys suck at the game just like everyone else right now. Shut the fuck up.
He must have seen some shit, bro. He must have seen a lot of shit. All I've seen is Shortcut, and he was happy to play the game.
No, Shortcut made a lot of content. I mean, just to rage bait lah, but like to shit on the game from visuals alone.
Because the content I saw from him is actually all generally positive. He just wanted to learn about the game.
Yes, that was after
After,
the phase
Ah.
of farming.
I see.
He went past the
Come.
farming phase. Okay?
The farming
That's
phase.
fine.
I see.
But
I
yes,
caught on too late.
Mario Kart World experience-wise, I think many people have positive experience. It's a very good game. Whether it's still worth $80, up to you. Again, I think in the current space of the gaming industry, worth is determined by your preference. 100%. Like, I wouldn't buy Expedition 33. But how many people here are playing that fucking game? Not me.
Not me.
Not yet.
Not yet. Yeah.
I tried.
Not yet.
Yeah, but your colleague is.
And then for those who come
colleague
after, I guess.
For those who come after, bro.
Yes, so like there's tons of games. Now I think is the perfect era for game developers to make what they can and make what they want. So
Yeah.
there will be tons of niche genres out there.
I
Tons of
actually will say though that I think Nintendo really did try their damnedest to justify their $80 price tag for this game because, like you said, right, the effort that goes into the music is already unreal, and the fact that they have a whole open world, I don't know how good the open world itself is, but the fact that they have one that connects all the tracks together is already pretty insane, right? Like the amount of stuff that has to go into the game to make it $80, I think they really thought about that when making it.
So if you guys didn't know, this game officially started development when the Switch launched. It's a 7-year in development game, at least. So the reason why they didn't get much out of it at first was because the specs of the Switch 1 wasn't good enough. So they didn't make a second installment on the Switch 1. You guys should read the Mario Kart developer interview. But after they known the specs of the Switch 2, they were like, we can rev this back up. The concept of free roam open world Mario Kart was there from the
already
start.
there. Yeah, okay.
Yes, but then like the scope was too hard for the Switch 1 to handle. So once they determined that this game should go to the next console, they made the booster course pass very quick and made Mario Kart 8 Deluxe the legendary 1/5. I mean, how many millions? It's one of the best-selling games of all time level,
Yeah.
world record-breaking.
They
They
definitely milked that game quite a bit. Not gonna lie, right?
It was running
survive-
for over
to-
12, 2014 until
No,
now.
Yeah, you can consider the
Almost
fact that
10
it
plus.
basically was the Mario Kart for 2 generations.
Yes, and it was so damn good.
Yeah, you
But now
it
we
kind
got-
of makes sense.
Now we got a shy guy on screen. It's pretty cute. Okay, you can be a crab on a bicycle.
Yeah.
Also, there's so many people making memes of the cow being like, because the cow. Okay, there's a lot of like graphical effects when you ride on snow or dirt. You get dirty. People are saying, "Wow, cow's ass is dirty." Ooh. I'm like, why? But it is funny. The internet, bro. The internet.
Cow.
Cow.
I don't,
Ushi.
I don't think there's anything I need to say. It's just cow. Your chat. Yeah,
chat, can you play with me, please?
let us know if you're playing Mario Kart.
Yeah, I'll give you guys a 2-year buffer to play with me.
Wow.
Okay, you only get a Switch 2 within 2 years.
Damn, bro. He's actually forcing y'all. It's
Get it.
over.
Yep.
All right,
Same.
so Mario Kart World, that's pretty much it. If you guys haven't checked out the soundtrack, please check out the soundtrack. It's free.
Yep.
It's on YouTube, man. In YouTube, yeah.
The game may not be playable for you, but the soundtrack is.
Mario Kart Radio? Mario Kart Radio?
Yes, exactly. And aside from that, do you guys have any particular hopes and expectations for this coming generation? Doesn't have to be just Nintendo Switch 2, because State of Play and freaking Summer Game Fest has made a lot of statements today.
Look, here's my problem, alright? There's a new Marvel fighting game.
Pokemon!
And now suddenly I can't wish for Marvel vs. Capcom anymore. That's a little weird. I don't know. The new Smash. Sure, of course. Like, who doesn't want a new Smash?
Yeah, but what do you want out of it?
Rocket League for Smash.
Less characters.
That one probably is guaranteed, I think, yeah.
Yeah, I think they're gonna renovate
Okay,
the whole
how do you
gameplay.
want the game to be better?
How do I want the game to be better? Functioning online.
The bar is too damn low, dude.
Dude, dude, I'm so sad, man.
Better training mode.
Not wrong. That one I
Not
agree.
wrong.
Yeah, legit. Like
Now, frame
most of
data is not necessary for a party
yeah,
game.
we don't
but Smash Ultimate,
we don't need frame data. We don't need frame data.
yeah, because the internet will do it anyway.
Yeah.
We have ways. We have our ways. I just need. I just
Replay.
need Smash. Yeah.
You need like move replays. Come
A
on.
new age of Smash. That's all.
True.
Tricks gone.
And with
Sad.
Sakurai working on Kirby Air Riders,
Yeah.
maybe Smash. I
You know,
believe Smash should still be
Kingdom
existing.
Hearts 4 release date. You know, that's why I hope the Hollow Knight Silk Song just needs to release.
Supposedly this year. Supposedly.
There's no news from Jeff Keighley, so sure. You know, maybe they're just teasing again. You know, they're just like hiding in their little hidey hole, just pretending they're gonna go into 2026 again. These mother.
Kid Icarus, yo, how long is it?
Oh my god,
I really
you're right.
need it.
Oh, I need. Yeah.
I need Pete to come back with his like witty Lieutenant unpaid.
Any
Yeah.
features do you want from like between all three consoles that you want to happen someday?
Oh,
Because
you know the
sometimes game
Wii
system doesn't have the
motion
features you want, right?
Wii motion. You know Wii has this motion like sensor stuff, right?
Uh-huh.
I really hope that maybe future stuff that can have it in.
You want an
Switch.
infrared bar or what?
Yeah, infrared bar, because I felt like
That's interesting. Okay.
yeah, because I felt like gyroscope. Oh, okay, it replaces the infrared bar. Like
So you want a
movement.
better pointer mechanic.
Because
Which I do agree, Wii was better at pointer style games than Switch.
Switch, yeah, Switch and Switch 2.
Because you have to recalibrate a lot. right?
Yeah.
Anything else? Do you? Some people might say themes. I don't know about that one.
I desire games.
Switch 2 currently has games.
Switch 2
First party only one. Like
See,
as in like Switch 2.
I'm just waiting for all the big name JRPGs to start coming.
there aren't enough big swings yet.
Maurice says we need more cheese next Smash.
Cheese.
Well,
Get this man out of
Coming
here.
from the Kazuya player, bro's never learning funnies and ever in his life, bro.
it's okay. We cheese all day, every day.
I love cheese.
But yeah, I think with that, I would say it's a good time
to chill.
Chill.
I will
Yeah.
chill, all right? So remember, Topical Throwdown is in 2 weeks, all right? Saturday, June 21st. Don't forget to sign up. It's already available. Don't be like our top player over there in the chat who might register the last 2 days. But
I mean,
Sign earlier.
You
sign
know, maybe
earlier.
his name starts with a little Z.
yeah,
Little
but,
Z? You mean the Smash content creator?
Whoa,
Yeah.
whoa, there.
but you
Wait,
can
wait,
access
he's not
our
coming.
platforms anytime through like Discord or WhatsApp.
Oh,
if
you know,
like
you can
features
PM
out.
one of us.
Yeah.
I'm sure you know my number has been basically public in the Smash Malaysia scene at this point, so anyone can get their hands on it and just text me and ask if you need any help, and I'll get to you and see if I can help you with your problems.
And reach our social media pages. You can reach out to any of us if you'd like to inquire more about the Tropical Throwdown. And also, if you're interested in trying out the new Switch 2
This week?
in the following
Next
Saturdays
week,
to come,
next Saturday.
next Saturday specifically, feel free to reach us at Facebook. You can also YouTube, comment, or basically like drop us a message on any of our
We're
social
on
media
practically
platforms.
every platform. So
Exactly.
It's fine. And also, our t-shirts still available.
Yep.
Support us, please. We can get them to you on when you come on a major. Yeah.
Exactly. And if you want to know what the shirt looks like, we can have like both Cam and Hubble over here to like just show you guys what it looks like. Yep. This is our shirts. Very airy. It's very airism. Very very fitting jersey material. That's true. And yeah, exactly.
All right, you can sit down, but
Yeah, you can sit down. But yeah. So basically, feel free to reach out to us, and we'll respond to you as soon as possible.
Maury, can I contact you on Skype? No, contact me on game chat, please.
I'll take MSN.
Team
no, we'll
speak.
we'll take Webster.
Team speak.
But yeah,
Google.
I would say that was a very good session, a very good podcast session. I would like to thank everybody here and especially the audience for sticking it through from the start to the end.
I hope they're still around. All guys in the chat, give it applause for Potato Live.
Our most famous guy today. Yes.
Today.
But yes,
Yes, sir.
thank you all for listening in. And basically, that is all from us, from Offstage Malaysia itself. I guess with that, we're all signing off until the next time that we have another session, which I think it is on the 21st, which is on the Tropical Throwdown itself. So stay tuned, and I hope to see you guys again next time. Bye-bye.
Or that means he's gonna show up again. All right.
No. Spam the like and subscribe if you want Potato to come back.
Like and subscribe.
Exactly.
Ciao.
All right. See you guys.